building. It sounded better in the Cannon building yesterday when Rahm Emanuel was trying to talk about lobby reform. How are they going to do lobby reform when the Democrats take as much money from the lobbyists as the Republicans do?
Right on!
You know, we have to reform. We are the ones that have to do the reform. We, the people, are the ones that... Ooh, you're blinding me. The people are the ones that have to do the reform. We're the ones that have to be involved. And we have to stay involved. It doesn't matter who's in power. The Republicans and Democrats dress alike. They look alike. They talk alike.
They are alike.
They vote alike. They smell alike. They are alike. They're the same coin. They're two different sides of the same coin. And I think the Democrats thought that they were going to get a free pass from the progressives because they like to pretend like they're progressive. We're not giving them a free pass, and they found that out yesterday. They found that out. And it was my privilege.
All right.
It was my privilege to step up to those microphones and tell what the people of the United States want in their platform, what we want on the table, what our agenda is. And we all think universal health care is good. I don't have health insurance. I'm still trying to pay off my bills from last summer when I was hospitalized. We all want tuition costs to be lower. But that's not going to happen when they're spending $10 million an hour in Iraq. Where do they think that money is going to come from? China, yeah. That's where they think it's going to come from. What happens when China gets disgusted with us and pulls the plug on that? So, what we want, no more funding for this war. They have already spent $400 billion. He's going to ask for more than $100 billion more in the supplemental. And everybody's saying, oh, the economy's so rosy. They're not adding those billions of dollars every year that goes in the supplemental because it's not in the budget. If they added that, our economy would not be looking so rosy. And ask the kids who the only alternative they have to spending their life flipping burgers is joining the military because they can't afford college. Only the elite children of these people can afford college. Only the elite children of the war profiteers can afford college. So what do our kids do if they want to go to college? They join the Army or the Marines. They risk being sent off to wars by the old white people that never went to wars themselves. And that is a cycle that we have to stop. I see a sign there that says war is always evil. War is always evil. There is no such thing as a good war. This is the 21st century. When are we going to force our leaders to quit killing our brothers and sisters and our children? To solve their false problems. To solve their lives. The time is now, and it's up to us. We've already seen we can't rely on the Democrats. And that's my biggest fear, that the progressives are going to relax because now the Democrats are in power. They've proven to us that we can't relax. So we want every single congressperson to vote no on any supplemental funding. Only money to provide a safe and speedy withdrawal of our troops and to pay reparations to the people of Iraq, whose countries and lives are devastated because of the neocon war machine. Another thing that we are demanding is investigations into the criminality and corruption of the Bush regime. And those investigations will constitutionally and legally lead to impeachment. And then if they're doing their jobs, it's going to lead to indictment. And then, for the safety of the world and our future, it must lead to imprisonment. We just man he was. They say, oh, he healed the country. How? If he healed the country, why did my son die? Why are the people of Iraq dying? Why are over 3,000 other of our soldiers dead? If he healed the country, war would be gone. And the only way he could have healed the country is to imprison Richard Nixon. And to call for the indictments of McNamara and Kissinger and Johnson. That would have healed our country. And the only way we're going to heal our world and end war and bring peace to the future is by holding George Bush accountable and making Congress fulfill their constitutional responsibilities. They've spent 6 years invalidating themselves and giving all their powers to somebody who's obviously a maniac. Everybody in the country, the troops, the generals, the people of Iraq, his Iraq study group say de-escalate. And he says we're going to escalate. He's out of touch with reality. Who's going to stop him? We're going to stop him. We're the only ones that can. On January 27th, I'm going to see everybody here. I want everybody to bring 10 friends. And I want millions of people here on January 27th to say, no more money for war, bring our troops home, fire George Bush. Thank you. Home now. Investigate. Troops home now. De-escalate. Investigate. Troops home now. De-escalate. Investigate. Troops home now. De-escalate. Investigate. Troops home now.
We're here and we obey the rule of law. Yeah. As incorporated in the Constitution. Hear that, folks? Constitution.
George Bush has made abundantly clear that as long as he is president, there will be no withdrawal of these troops. The impeachment of George Bush is entirely bound up with ending this unjust war. If you look back at the Nixon days, Cindy Sheehan was talking about this, how Nixon's impeachment was not just about Watergate break-in. What was going on is there was an unjust war. The military was being defeated and disintegrating in a quagmire in Vietnam that was massively unpopular. The country was racked in political protest and upheaval. When Nixon said he would end the war by escalating it to Cambodia, you saw the largest student strike this country has ever seen. People poured out in the streets in protest. And that's what put impeachment on the table. That's what put ending the war on the table. And impeaching Nixon was entirely bound up with getting out of that war. Just like today, impeaching George Bush is entirely bound up with ending this unjust war. Troops home now. De-escalate. Investigate. Troops home now. 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 Troops home now. De-escalate. Investigate. Troops home